How's it going? So, I want to talk about this real quick. Why it's like impossible in this game to carry, right? I kind of touched on this before, right? But not too much. Okay. So, now we're specifically talking about the loser's queue, right? So think about it this way: if you were to log into the game alone, like I'm talking about 1v5, right? Let's say we're trying to 1v5 League of Legends, right? Why is it impossible? Think about it this way, right? So you're gonna have two champions in here, right? One champion in here, and then one champion in here. And then you're gonna have probably, well, let's try two champions in here. Okay. So they're gonna be pushing in like this, and like this, right? Now, there is simply like the game mechanics in such a way where you simply cannot manage 5 waves at the same time. It's just not possible. Now, why am I saying this? Is because, like, if you log in and you literally try to 1v5, you're just gonna lose because of the pressure, right? And when you look at my games where I can 1v2, the problem, if you're alone in lane, these guys are sharing the experience. This is not the problem for these guys in here. That's why when you play League, it's a problem when your enemy jungler is fed, because when he's ganking you, he is sometimes higher level than you, right? So this idea of 1v2ing is not gonna work, because in lane they share experience, but on the map they don't, right? So when these 5 people are gonna gank you top because your whole team is shite, right? They are gonna be, some of them are gonna be higher level than you. So you will not have level advantage at all. So that's why you simply cannot 1v5. Now here's the second problem, is your teammates are, so levels are gonna be balanced, right? So you cannot win on levels. So levels not gonna work, right? So that's not gonna work. Winning on levels, right? So the second way to win is gold, all right? Now that's not gonna work either. Why? Because your teammates are just cash for them. All right, think about it this way. This is just, I calculated in League, and it's basically like, if your team is feeding, the minimum they're gonna be worth is 100 gold each. So 100, if you average out, like if they die 6 times, that's what they're gonna be worth. And if you average it out, they are gonna be worth an entire minion wave on average, right? So think about it this way, right? You are getting 1 minion wave, but the enemy team is getting 4, because your teammates is probably, so he will be dying approximately once every 2 minutes, right? So think about it this way, right? So what do we have? Every 30, yeah, So every 30 seconds there is a wave, right? 30 seconds there is a wave. Let's calculate. So we have 30, 1 minute, 1.5 minute, and then 2 minutes, right? So effectively speaking, this will be a standard wave, cannon wave, standard wave, right? And then your teammate is another wave, right? Because he is free cash. Yeah, so every 2 minutes, actually it's a cannon wave. Yeah, so every 4 waves, your enemy gets a free cannon wave on every single lane. And in here, because there is 2 champions, they get double cannon wave every 4 waves. So they get 6 waves while you only get 4. Does that make sense? Because your teammates are just feeding, and they're just basically a cannon wave, right? So by gold you cannot win either, right? That's not gonna work either. So you can't outscale by levels. You cannot win by gold because we already discussed this. And the final one, you can try to outscale, right? So let's think about scaling, right? So let's say you pick Nasus, and you're with these 4 people. That's not gonna work because by the time you reach level of usefulness, like Nasus, right? So we're talking like 20 minutes probably into the game. If you just calculate how much the enemy team is gonna get in terms of gold value, that's not gonna work either, right? Because they will have like, you're gonna go online, you're gonna have 1 item, right? But they're gonna have like 4.5 items. So you won't be able to 1v5 them. You might be able to kill 2 of them out of 5, right? But I mean, the other 3 are just gonna be too strong for you. And I'm assuming they're not hard CC. If they have hard CC, you can't even do that, right? So levels, gold doesn't work, scaling doesn't work. Another one is objectives, right? Again, same problem. Exactly the same problem. You cannot 1v5 into these guys, right? Because they're gonna have more gold than you. Some of them are gonna have higher levels than you. So if you engage 1v5, you're just gonna die, and that's it, right? As a result, I have came to a conclusion that this is a total waste of your time. All of this, complete waste of your time. Impossible, right? Impossible. The only thing you can do is rotate enough games, and that's it. I'm just saying that, when you're in the loser's queue, you should probably need to have a series ready. I'm talking like some kind of anything to keep you occupied while the game ends, because in these conditions you're just completely like you can't do anything, right? So I'm just saying that you can think about it either way you want, but you just cannot win in League 1 against 5. If you don't believe me, challenge silver players to 1v5, log into Summoner's Rift, and off you go. If you can win, give me a call. And none of this bullshit where 5 people meet and then I'm going to outscale everyone, because yeah, you can do that, because you will win by levels. And because they share gold, they're gonna have boots, and you're gonna have like 2 or 3 items, because they share the minion wave. They'll have almost no money. But if they have the whole map, they will have the same level as you, they'll have more gold, they will have objectives, you just cannot win. And that's it. No way to do it. Okay? Abandon all hopes, play 1-on-1. Take care.